Hello, welcome. This is the thing. We do the talkity talks and the yappity yaps, and you do the listeny listenings. Um,
Yeah.
me name Dan, and that is Kyle. Yeah,
Yo, yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
me. I'm that one.
that one. Yeah, that guy. I'm over here on the left side. Kyle can't see any of this, so I could just be making it up. But I'm on the left side of a fireplace. Um, we're doing the fireside chat,
Oh,
literally.
that means I'm on the right side
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
right? I
yeah.
can.
But you got to get your hands up
Okay.
a little more because you're kind of like your cam's closer to you.
Right
So
here.
yeah, yeah,
Right here.
yeah. A little. Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's good. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
It's
No,
very
I see. I keep
cozy.
doing the wrong
Yeah.
side. I'm like trying to do the.
Yeah.
There we
No,
go.
this is absolutely messing with my sense of like space and stuff, but
Right,
it's
because there's no
fine. It's
fireplace actually in
fine.
front of you. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to let them know that. Like,
I mean, sorry, we're in the same room. Clearly,
the
we have
wizard's been exposed from behind the curtain.
wizards. Was it episode 309 or something? Whatever.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, something three.
Yep.
I'm
Three
waiting for
something.
episode 316, so then we can smash a couple beers
Listen,
together and
we don't. Yeah, that's gonna be great. We're definitely doing that. Listen, we don't know what's going on when Tim's not here. Okay, it's fly by wire. It's kind of a
yeah,
nuts energy, and
yep.
yeah, we're untethered now. So
It's kind of like when government shutdown happens and like people are doing even less than they were doing before somehow.
yeah,
You know? Yeah,
it's true.
it's like that.
It's exact. It's a good. That's right.
You know, because they already don't do anything, and then they're like, "But we're gonna shut down
Right.
the government." You're like, "Oh, so you're
Hey,
gonna?"
we're gonna take not doing anything public though. We're gonna
Right?
take it
Yeah,
public.
we're taking it to a whole nother level. Um, but yeah, so I don't know. A Nintendo Direct happened this week, I guess. Did they even announce that? Did it just like happen? Like I didn't see
No, I
anything.
think it just happened because I didn't
Okay,
know anything about. Not that I'm like got my ear on the pulse of everything, but
right.
'cause I certainly don't this year. 2026 started. I've just been dissociated for
I
30
don't
days
even have my
straight.
fingers on the pulse, let alone
It's been
ears. So
wonderful. That's what happens when like big games don't come out like during a month. You're like, do we still have a hobby? What's going on
yeah,
here?
I mean, yeah.
um,
I'm just waiting for
no,
zombies. So
yeah, I'm waiting. At this point, I would welcome zombies. Yeah,
yes, yes,
we're just gonna blow through some of these, and it's not a barn burner of a direct, but there's a couple of fun things on here. They keep on showing off this orbitals, which is that it
Oh,
takes
okay.
two style.
That game looks
Um,
rad.
right? It's like
Yeah,
a Saturday morning cartoon, more of an anime vibe though, like
yeah,
1980s
yeah, yeah,
anime vibe. Very cool. I'm very into
yeah.
this. And who knew
Yes,
that this would become a genre? I mean, I guess we did because we've been asking for this. Like, why don't they just make more
right.
games like this?
Yes.
So that's happening, and I'm very excited about that. And of the ones I've seen of this type of games coming out, because I think a lot of these are coming out suddenly. This has definitely been
Hmm.
the one I've been more excited for. So the
Yeah,
aesthetic is very, very pleasing to me. So
it's very incredibly pleasing. Yes.
there's gonna be some that I don't even know how to pronounce and that I honestly don't care about, and we're just gonna maybe just blow through those. So there's
Sure.
Panorama Site. I don't know anything about this. Don't care. So we're gonna skip over it.
Not a real game. Not a real game.
No, it's set in the coastal region of Ise-Shima, Japan. This original standalone story introduces new atmospheric locations. I don't know if this is an ongoing series. I think this is maybe like a
Oh, is
visual
that the
novel or maybe
paranormal
a.
like investigating game? Is that was it that one?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, see, so I was already wrong. It's called The Mermaid's Curse, Paranorma Site, The Mermaid's Curse. There's literally no way to find out more about it. So,
No.
there's no way to know. Go watch a trailer if you're interested. Captain Subasa, 2 World Fighters. This is kind
Sure.
of another anime soccer game. I just got into
Oh
these, so I
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if this is like a good series or not.
Yeah.
Or if like what came first? Did this come first, and then Inazuma 11? I'm not exactly sure. I'm new to all of this stuff, but
But it's
I
gonna be your
might
thing now,
be.
right?
I don't know. I might be playing this. I don't know. This looks a little more like a traditional soccer game
Yeah.
with like
Yeah. Yeah.
super moves and stuff. But like, I don't know. And then I started thinking about like, do you remember Mega Man Soccer from back in the day, like on Super
I never
Nintendo?
played it, but I
It,
remember.
it we didn't play it because you would have had to emulate it. Well, that's not why you didn't play it, but you would have had to emulate it because it
Sure.
didn't come here. But I played that
Okay.
game all the time, and now I'm like, maybe I always liked Japanese soccer games, and I
Perhaps,
just
Kyle. Perhaps.
never had a reckoning about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I might check this
It,
one out. I
it's
mean,
time.
it looks cool. Yeah. Tokyo Scramble, weird. I like these weird games. I won't play this, but I like it when they come out with these games. They always have these types of games. Like this type of game reminds me of like Tokyo Jungle from like PS3. Like
Oh,
there's other
okay.
like
Yeah, yeah,
weird
yeah.
PS3 games. Like I don't know,
You
there
know,
was
when
one where
Sony
like
used to
a
take
big natural.
chances.
Yeah, like big swings and stuff like that, or maybe little swings, so they always look kind of like janky, middle
Sure.
middle budgeted messes. But
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of looked like that. It looked like a survival game, like a horror game. Interesting. It looked like you could play it with 4 players, but you're all kind of controlling the same character or something. Maybe I didn't quite catch it, but
Yeah.
yeah, we great journalism we do here at Current Gen. We really check up on everything and turn over every rock and make sure we know every little thing. So we
We know
definitely
all the
just don't
details.
shrug and go, I don't know, and move on to stuff like Valheim.
Uh,
That's something we know about.
hold on. Did you say Valheim?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Dan. We're doing
All
that.
right,
Oh, wait,
now I'm paying attention. Yeah,
we need to get hands
let's
by the
warm up.
fire
Yeah,
because
yeah, because
yeah,
in Valheim you got to stay warm. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
make
You gotta,
fires. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love this game. This is thanks to Tim. Tim's been beating the drum on this game for years. We've played it a couple times together as well, and I've played it with a couple other friends. I like this game a lot. I just need it to
Yeah,
like be in its finished state so I can like really sink my teeth into it. And I think like playing it on the go might be like the way to do it for me.
yeah.
I like survival games where I can chip away at it, like just when I'm in between activities during the day. So
I just need it on a
very
console.
very
Period. That's what it is for
that's
me.
true. Yeah, would you get it on PlayStation 5
Oh, I'm
instead? Like
going to.
I mean,
I'm
I know you
absolutely going to.
prefer on PlayStation 5, but like you don't really like handheld game and stuff like that. So that's probably like you would want to
Yeah,
get a game like this on PS5,
because like
out
I
of
love
two
Valheim.
consoles.
Like it's like I've
Yeah,
played
it's
with
cool.
Tim a few more times. I think more than like you and did Jeff join us that one time? I can't remember.
The
Um,
4 of us were on one time. Yeah,
okay,
the
yeah,
4 of us were
yeah.
able to do that.
I love building in that game. It's so
Yeah,
incredibly satisfying. Um,
I got a
and the
good snap
music
to
is
it.
just
Yeah.
so chill. And
I,
I
I I
just
think it is a. It can get really hard, but like the game
yeah
can be pretty chilled too.
yeah. So
I like the loop in that game a lot, and I like the
yeah
risk reward stuff
yes
going on in there. You never know what you're walking into when you walk into like a dungeon or whatever. And I just like
yeah
I do like this game a lot. I got weird hangups about like early access stuff. I don't know what it is,
okay.
man.
I
I don't like
I do
demos. I
too.
don't like early access stuff. Like I'll always check into them. And I like playing them and like checking them out. But like, there's something about it where I'm just like I want to like save all this like fervor for like the main
Yeah
course. You know.
yeah yeah.
Um, I
This is
mean, I
taking
remember
a
playing
while.
Baldur's
So
Gate 3 in early access, and it was a mess, and I'm
yeah
like, oh, and like I've, sometimes like, thankfully games get better whenever they, go into their, final stage or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't know. Not every game is as good in early access. This one's been particularly really good though. So,
yeah for sure.
but yeah, not Hollow Knight getting a Switch 2 version. So if you want to play that
Sure.
game in prettier
Already looked
graphics
pretty
with more
before. So
frames. Sure, yeah, now it looks prettier, so there's that one for all you people who like that. eFootball Kickoff, next. The Adventures of
it's
Elliot
not
the
anime. I don't
Millennium
want
Falcon.
it.
If it's not, I saw a real guy on here, and I couldn't handle it, Dan, so we're gonna have to just skip
No,
over it,
exactly.
This is one that I know we've talked about on the show before, you and me specifically, but The Adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tales.
Yeah, I
Did you
actually
play the demo for this?
no, I never got around to it, but I like completely forgot
Okay,
this was
okay.
even coming out. I was like, oh yeah. Um,
It
but I
is.
like
It is a sing. It's saying it's a single player action RPG from the team behind
yes,
Octopath Traveler. So
yeah, yeah.
this is their next game, if you will.
Um,
So
I do
man,
like that they're doing like the backgrounds. I don't know if you noticed the backgrounds were a bit different. So like it's still HD 2D, but like it wasn't like it wasn't like a pop-up book and then looking directly at it. You know what I mean? And kind of like
yes,
seeing like the buildings kind of flat in front of you. Like it's at an angle and then it has
kind of has
dimension
its own
to it.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is kind of. I mean, at first glance, you could be like, yeah, this is the same thing. But yeah, I think it does have its kind of own visual identity a bit here.
Yeah.
And it is live action, right? Or not live action. I always say that it's not turn based.
Action RPG.
It's real
Yeah, it's
time
an action
combat.
RPG.
Yeah, it's an action RPG, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Switch it up a little bit. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm into that. Again, like this demo is out, and like usually I just don't go for a demo unless they have one of those cool like carryover features. Like, hey, we're
It
gonna let you
does. I'm
bring
pretty
the
sure
game
it
over.
does.
Yeah, I'll play that whenever it gets a little closer. Because nothing would hurt me more than falling in love with this game and having to wait.
I don't
what,
want
like
that.
6 months to play it? Yeah,
Yeah, I don't want
yeah,
that.
I don't want that. I don't wish that on anybody. Yeah, I'm excited for that one though. So that one showed off pretty well for me.
Yeah.
Super Bomberman Collection. I like Bomberman. This is cool that they're doing this. A
Yeah.
lot of games that never even made it stateside are coming in this
There
collection
are a
as well.
ton of Bomberman games. Like, so many.
There are quite a bit. Yeah,
So many.
yeah. I've always checked into the series every time a new one came out. All across my life. I wouldn't call myself a diehard fan, but they're fun. They're fun party games.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth finally coming out to Switch
What's
2
that?
in June
What's that game?
3rd. I don't know, Dan. That's this indie game. You probably wouldn't like it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's a remake of a game that you probably never heard of. No. Do you think? What do you think of this release schedule? Like, would they just got it in January? Is that enough time? Like, don't think about me and you, who like we barrel. We
Sure.
can barrel through a game like in a month. Like, you think it's
Oh,
enough
you
time
mean
for like the average
remake?
gamer? Yeah. No, this is remake came out in January. I'm talking
Right,
about
right.
Rebirth that's coming out in June. Do you think that's enough time between the two?
Remake is
Um,
not super long, and it's all
sure.
linear, right? So for the
You're
most
right.
part.
Yeah. It's about what 40, 45 hours, right? If you're not, trophy hunting or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So
So yeah.
I think that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's fine. And also, like, if they're willing to do that, like,
I
as
think that's
they
cool.
probably figured, like, they probably figure, like, all right, well, like, we are committing to putting this on multiple platforms, because originally didn't seem like that was going to be the case, at least not for a long time. They
Yeah.
probably want to make their money quicker, because Remake came out
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
January. So, off of the back of that and the excitement, for people who didn't have a PlayStation, like, oh, I could finally play these. Like, why not
Yeah.
just release it 6 months later if you can, and just,
Sure. Yeah.
capitalize on that. So
I'm all about it. Yeah. And I hear
yeah,
remake runs very well on Switch too. It's optimized pretty well. So
good.
that's good. Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
want
good.
Switch, putting out games that are just like unoptimized on their, on system. So there's like Cyberpunk situation here where a lot of people are even being like, don't get me wrong, it's not the best looking version of this game, but like when
Sure.
you're playing it in handheld or on the Switch 2, you are surprised at how good it looks. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good to hear. Um,
Yeah, as long as it's not
the
a
next
cloud
one,
version.
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Kingdom Hearts to be re-released, like for real on Switch, so I can actually play those games on the go and not
Sure.
be a cloud version of those games.
Right.
Those PS2 games that run
Yeah, yeah.
on PS2s, that couldn't run on the Switch.
Cyberpunk is
Those
somehow
ones,
on there. Witcher is on there, but,
I can't even figure it out. I can't figure it
cloud
out.
version of yeah, okay.
Here's a game I've been kind of cold on, but very warmed up to it now. Pragmata. Not
Mm,
I was only cold on it because I didn't know about it, and I didn't. It wasn't. It's not that it didn't show well. I'm just like I don't get what this is,
yeah,
But I
yeah.
think Capcom has purchased enough goodwill from the people after like the
Yes. Yes.
runaway decade they've had that like I don't know, let them try a new IP and they're probably going to do pretty well. And everybody I've heard who has gotten hands on with this game, including the demo that came out somewhat recently, uh, everyone said great things about it. So like I'm like all in on this game. I'm not going to get it here on the Switch, obviously, but
Yeah, no.
I would. It's cool that it's here and games like Resident Evil and stuff like that are coming here. Again, I don't know who those are for because it's not like when you buy a Nintendo system now that you're like, oh, we bought this because it's the budgeted. This thing is as much as a PS5, so it's like you're not like
Maybe
buying a budgeted system anymore. That's doesn't have these like big high games or whatever. So I don't know like who people who are buying these ones, instead of like the
you mean the
PS5
Switch
versions or
version?
PC. Yeah,
So
the Switch versions. Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's like a situation where it's like parents buy the Switch for their kids, but like dad still wants to play games, but they can't afford also a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
I can at least play that on here. So you know.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's healthy to have as many games as possible on a system.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like maybe these end up selling,
Or
good
as many
enough.
good games, not the shovelware that you end up seeing on the store.
Yeah, sure.
Because
Turok Origin showed off again. You know, I'll always allow myself to be excited about Turok. I don't know what this is gonna be though. I really don't. I have no idea. If this is
it's
gonna be good
gonna.
or not.
It looks like a
Really hope
game.
it is. It looks like a video game that
It
was
looks like a
developed.
video game.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
I can
see.
agree with you there. Yeah,
We'll see.
I love Turok. I even like a lot of the bad ones. I actually like the Disney reboot too. When Disney had its own, remember that one on like the Xbox 360 era?
Vaguely, yeah.
When back in the day when Disney had
Was
its own
that
studio,
Disney?
we're making games. It was a Disney-owned studio. To call it
Wow.
Disney is
Okay.
maybe a
Sure,
little
sure.
silly, but
But
yeah,
still,
yeah,
though,
yeah.
like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Not a bad game. It just wasn't like again, it wasn't a barn burner by any means, but Turok's always kind of been like an underdog. Very fun series though.
I mean, I
Uh,
remember the first one fondly, like back then.
yeah.
I'm sure if I played it now, it's like, ooh, okay.
It was
I don't think I
okay
played.
back then too. You know what I mean? Like
Sure,
I remember like you were a lot of that game was fighting the controls. I
sure.
remember, but
Yeah, yeah.
but I have very fond memories of that first game, and I really like 3, which I know is a bad game. I don't have to
At
justify
least you know
myself to
this.
everybody.
At least you
Yeah,
know this.
I don't have to justify anything.
No,
So.
not at all.
This is another one that really interests me. It's called Tokyo Xanadu. It
Oh,
is
yes.
a side scroller, like JRPG, action RPG type of game that
Yeah.
also switches to like a third person perspective, third person arena, think Devil May Cry type of perspective whenever you're fighting a boss,
Hmm.
And there's social link persona stuff where you're going to school and hanging out with people and stuff like that.
All
And
the
I'm like,
Japanese stuff, Kyle.
that's like all the stuff that I like. I don't know if this is going to be good,
It's just missing
but
soccer. It's just
it's
missing
just
soccer.
missing soccer. Yeah, they might have a soccer club.
I mean,
Let's
they
not give up
might.
hope,
Yeah,
man. Yeah,
they
let's not give
might.
up
I
hope.
hope so. I hope
Fingers
so.
crossed. Yeah, no, I like all of those things. Those are all great ingredients for me. So
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
my eyes on this one, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I don't even really know who the dev is or
I mean,
anything like
Tokyo
that. So
Xanadu just sounds like such a typical
it's a
like
dumb name.
anime thing, like
It's a dumb name. Yeah, and
sure,
it is skirting the line a little too close to like generic anime aesthetic
sure.
that I don't really love.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
maybe it shows a little better and in person. I just once you start looking a little too Genshin Impacty, I start checking out a little bit. So,
Start getting worried.
I start getting a little worried. Yeah. Digimon Storytime Stranger. You Digimon guy, or are you a purist? Are you a Pokemon purist?
Um I remember like when I back in the day watching Pokemon, the animated series. I did
Yeah.
watch the first like what those first 2 seasons of Digimon. Like those were actually awesome.
Okay.
But
Hell yeah.
that's
All right.
it. That's all. That's the most Digimoning I've ever done.
All right,
So
that's fair enough. I'm
yeah,
probably in the same boat. I remember seeing some Digimon episodes and being like, I get it. I get why people like this.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I hear these games are really good. These like full blown 3D JRPGs.
Yeah, yeah.
I know the Pokemon community, like of people, like the crossover of Digimon and Pokemon. A lot of people are like, why is Pokemon not making games like this? Like these
Right.
giant, really story based, like non-linear, not open world, but just
Because
giant
they don't want to push the
huge
envelope.
RPGs,
Yeah,
I
they don't push the envelope.
don't who knows, man. Yeah. It makes me so
It's
mad.
the whole like,
They
hey,
print
we're making
money.
money, so who cares?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Capitalism, baby.
Capitalism.
Yeah, we got Grand Blue I'm sorry, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. This is like
Yes.
a re-release of the game from a couple years ago that I really liked a lot.
I
It was a
still haven't
very
gotten to
good
it.
action RPG. It's very good. I think the story in
Yeah.
that game is excellent. And then the game ends and it turns into like an online co-op Monster Hunter like game, which is
Mm,
also very well done because all the characters are vastly different with the way they control and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
very cool. I'm glad this game is getting maybe a second chance at getting a player base that's bigger, and also there's new content coming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is also called slash Endless Ragnarok, so that's a big extra piece of content that they're adding on there. So
That means end of
I
the
you know
world, Kyle.
it might, yeah. If that update is coming into PlayStation 5 as well, I'll pop this game on again and play it again. I really did like this game a lot, and I have no connection to like the anime or whatever the original source material is.
Yeah. Well,
I just thought the trailers looked really good, and they were, and that game ended up being great.
I know it started something before an anime, and then they made an anime, which I tried watching. It was kind of boring. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
these
Yeah,
games
that'd
seem
be
to be
boring.
doing well. So.
The fighting game was really good too by Arc System.
Hmm.
Arc System doesn't like pick up weird IP, which is weird. So it's like anytime they pick up
Yeah.
an IP, I go, "Oh, that must be good. I might need to check into that."
Yeah.
Apparently, maybe their video game side of things seem to be doing a little better, but I think that anime is kind of popular. I don't really know. I don't really know anything about that anime to be
I don't
honest.
know. Yeah.
If it's boring, I'm not watching it. So,
I,
Monster Hunter Stories 3: Twisted Reflection. It's coming. We knew about it, and it's hey, still coming.
Twisted Reflection's a good
I
new metal band name, by the way.
Twisted Reflection's a great new metal band. Yeah, absolutely. I can hear them. I can hear them rap metaling right now. Yeah, I really like this series, but I've never beaten a single one of these games. I think they're all really cool though.
Yeah.
And this is coming to everything too. So this used to be kind of a DS or a Switch type of
Yeah.
series that for Nintendo that has now kind of gone to everything. So yeah, I think it's releasing everything all at the same time. So cool turn-based Monster Hunter. Yeah, they that this type of this universe translated very well into a turn-based RPG. It
Yeah.
fit
And I like
in
the
a way that I would have.
anime cell shaded. This like I like the aesthetic. It's very vibrant.
Same.
So
I agree. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It absolutely has its own look, and it is very cool. And it's a very good, like, a mechanic-rich RPG. There's a lot of stuff going on there, and a lot
Hmm.
of like, I think there's like breeding and stuff like that in this one too. So like you're
Okay.
even more Pokemon-y, because it is very Pokemon-y. Like you're
Yeah. Yeah.
using animals to fight each other. Because we are pro fighting animal tournaments here
You
at
know,
current gen.
it's
Virtual,
interesting.
virtual.
Virtual, yes, virtual
Yeah.
fighting, not real animal fighting. No, we don't.
Not real.
No,
No.
no virtual.
Why would we?
But like real, just this kind of just popped in my head. So this is Capcom, right? They're
Yeah.
taking the Monster Hunter series, they turn it into an RPG.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where the hell is my Breath of Fire, Kyle?
Where is Breath of Fire? Yeah, I grew up with
Where's my
that
Breath of
series,
Fire,
so
Kyle?
I'm man, you're singing a song that
You know,
I'm all about, dude. So,
like if they're
I
willing,
love Breath of Fire.
still if they're willing to still dive, put dip a toe into the RPG genre.
You couldn't you just re-release the original? Like, you know what I mean? Couldn't you package those bad boys up
Sure.
and re-release those, or maybe do some kind of like remaster to a couple of the more popular ones? Like I feel like Suikoden and stuff like that sold well enough where like a lesson should be
Yeah.
learned there. I think a lot of these collections are doing well. I think people do like buying things like in twos or threes or whatever in these big massive collections. I do think people who are gaming do like going back and playing old games
Of
to
course.
see like where things came from. So I don't know. I feel like you need to re-release those games, man, at the very least to check the temperature, so people like me and you can maybe get a new one or
Yeah.
something.
I just yeah.
I
Though
love
I
that
just
series.
Capcom doing RP because I mean again Capcom's just been on a roll for a few years here. It would just
Yeah.
be awesome to see them dive back into Breath of Fire. I mean, I think what you're saying makes most sense. To like you said, to check the temperature. I think that definitely makes
Yeah.
sense. But I would
I want
love,
something new though. I'm there with
love
you,
a new
man.
one.
I want
I would
something
love a new
new
one.
with great
Yeah.
voice acting and just cool. Man, what a cool like series that was. People
Yeah.
slept on that one.
Yeah.
More arcade archives. Rave Racer is coming out. That's R Rave, not Wave.
And not
It's kind of
Ridge
a
Racer.
drifty type of game. Not Ridge Racer, no, but kind of that. If you're familiar with what the game is, kind of that, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and then also Console Archives is coming out as well, which looks like it's a collection of stuff like Cool Borders, Ninja Gaiden 2,
Mm-hmm.
Doraemon, Sonic Wing Special.
That's
Those are all
cool.
coming to Switch 2 as well. So I like anytime video game preservation's going on. So great,
Yes. Just need to do
great, great,
more.
great. Let's just run through the sizzle reel real quick. There's a couple things that stood out, but not too much. New Scott Pilgrim game, Scott Pilgrim EX. It looks
Mm-hmm.
like the old Scott Pilgrim game, but it's a new one.
Yeah.
I've loved that game. I think it's great. Love River City
Yeah.
Ransom style games. Another Eden Begins, Reanimal, WWE 2K26. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, Disney Dreamlight Valley is getting a Switch 2 edition. PGA Tour 2K25, Goat Simulator, Cold Step Begins, Shadow Tactics, Blades of a Shogun, Tale of Arise coming to Switch 2.
Cool.
Great game, good game.
It is a great game.
Yep. Again, Resident Evil's coming out. That was the next thing they showed off. Play this game if this is the only way you can play it. Don't play it here if you have other consoles. Like, don't.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on. Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Now I'm gonna be completely. I don't know. I'm gonna switch the script completely from what I just said. Bethesda pretty much announced all of their games
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
Switch 2. So Fallout 4, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion remastered. Those are all going to be coming out on the Switch 2. And besides Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I would say buy Fallout 4 and Oblivion all day on the Switch 2, just for that portability
Sure.
factor, if that's the way you play, because those games are old, so they'll
Yeah.
probably look just fine on these. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. Especially squished on
Yeah.
that nice screen, squished down, it's gonna
Yeah,
look
switch down.
it's gonna look
Pretty
real
sharp.
good. Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
look
yeah.
pretty yeah.
I hope Fallout 4 it works, because I heard the anniversary edition was kind of broken. So yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I hope it worked. But yeah, Oblivion seems
I
like it
mean,
might work fine.
Todd Howard says it just works, Kyle.
It's
So
just
it
right.
just
You're right.
it
You actually
he literally
absolutely
says
does say
that. Yeah, so it just works.
And that was pretty much it for the entire Nintendo Direct. But since we're on this the subject of Nintendo, I will break the news, and I'm sorry to say this, but Gearbox has canceled Borderlands 4 for the Switch 2.
Oh my god, did
Can you
they?
believe? Can you believe that, Dan? That game was supposed to come out in October, and it is canceled now. So,
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
game's doing fine, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know. It was like
Have they even
the fifth best-selling game of the year last year, or something like that. But like, boy, that game is.
Is it still running not
I don't
well
know.
on
I don't
console?
think it's that it's running well. I think people bounced off it. I think people don't care.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have to check the Steam numbers on that, but like I just don't see a lot of fervor for that game, and I think they did a pretty good job of just like burying that game. So
Well, I'm sure
yeah,
it helped that
but
what's
the new
his
character's
face was
coming out
yelling at
soon.
everybody.
Yeah, I think he did a pretty good job of messing that up. So
Oh, but they're still dropping new
good
stuff.
job, Randy.
Okay, well that's cool.
They are still dropping new stuff. They are sticking to their year plan and stuff like that. They're gonna have major expansions. A new character is coming out soon. If not, it might already be out. I'm really not keeping up with that. I don't think he's out yet. We'd see articles about it and stuff, but he's the gunslinger guy. Yeah, but it's not coming to Switch 2 anymore. So yeah, that's not happening. I guess they couldn't get it to run there or something. I don't know.
That's wild.
What was he gonna say if it didn't run there good? It's your Switch, like he did for everybody's PC. It's your PC.
It's your fault.
It's your specific Switch too that can't run this, so I
Yeah.
don't think he had anything to hide behind. So he was like,
Maybe
"We're
if
just
you
not gonna
leave
do
it docked more often, then you would have that extra boost.
Right.
You know? So
I
it's your
didn't say it would play well and
yeah.
handheld. You gotta keep it docked.
Yeah. That's right.
You know what? I'm glad it's not coming out. Now we don't have another season of excuses from him. So
Sure.
it might be for the best. Just silently release content.
Oh,
I'm always
Randy.
cheering for that studio, man. But they healed. When I mean Randy healed it
Yeah,
up.
Randy. It's just Randy.
So, just Randy. A lot of good
It's
people
just
over there
Randy.
working at Gearbox. One last little piece of news before we just move on to, I guess, stuff that we're playing, and I can stop leading because thank goodness. Baldur's Gate 3 is getting an HBO TV show done by Craig Mazin, who did like the Chernobyl series on HBO.
Okay.
It's going to take place after Baldur's Gate 3, so I imagine it's going to take like a very safe and benign ending.
Sure.
That kind of makes everybody happy. Not unlike what Fallout's doing right now. Like, we're going to stay away from canon, and not canon, but like, not worry about choices
From the
and
games.
endings.
Yeah.
And just be like, yeah, the things that happened in Baldur's Gate 3 happened in mass, and now we're going to move on and talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
The state of the world and revisit some of those characters and stuff like that.
Sure.
Seems like a good idea. Seems like HBO's been looking for their new Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones isn't like lighting the world on fire anymore, which is I'm still loving all that stuff, but I don't think the viewership is exactly there. This might be a big hit for them. So
yeah.
I think as things are cooling off on Last of Us, because I think season 3 is going to be its last season, I think they're going to need another like video game thing to kind of stand behind in a big way. So
Oh, have they
Um,
hinted that 3 seasons is it
I think they
for Fall?
announced that this week. Yeah, I think they did
Oh,
announce that
okay.
officially.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like an
So
expensive show to make, so I mean, you can't
it
go
seems
too
expensive,
long.
and people
Yeah.
hated the second season like a lot.
Oh, did
Mm,
they?
yeah, yeah,
Because I haven't
yeah.
watched it yet, so
It was okay. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest thing ever, but like I liked it. But
okay,
I'm when people are like, boy, they really missed the mark on there. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just gonna
sure.
argue with that. Like it is what it is. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're gonna need another like big video game IP. And I think Craig Mazin did do Last of Us as well, but I always give him credit for Chernobyl because Chernobyl's like maybe the greatest miniseries ever created. So
Hmm.
if you haven't watched that, definitely go and watch that. He's a very talented individual. So I have a lot of faith in him to pull something like this off. But speaking of expensive, this show seems expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, like,
Like
it ain't nothing
everyone's gonna
cheap
be
about
in
this.
makeup, right? Like everyone's gonna be in
Yeah,
makeup because
there's nothing cheap about this show. Everyone's in makeup,
yeah,
and there's barely any humans. Like
yeah,
everyone.
CG everywhere. Like it's yeah.
So yeah,
We'll
it
see.
sounds like a nightmare. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I think it's a good
Yeah.
choice for
Yeah. Yeah.
more content. So that's all the
Content.
news, though, man. That's all. That's everything that's going on. No one's getting fired. No one's downsizing.
No.
We we would report
Healthy.
on it if it were happening, right?
Healthy.
Everything's
Healthy.
staying.
Economy.
The industry never been healthier. The
Never.
economy never been
It's
more
never been
affordable.
better.
It's never been more affordable.
They're
Those chip
making all the
prices remain.
games. All the best games come from America. All right, looking at you,
Yeah.
China. China,
Yeah.
what do you even we bring to the video game?
Where's Stellar Blade 2, China? Okay.
I think that's Korea actually, but
Oh, you're right.
same
Damn it.
thing.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
I
It's
was in
coming from.
character. Yeah. That was him, not me.
Oh
No,
boy.
but yeah, everything's fine in the industry, Dan. Everything's totally fine and
Sure.
chill. It's
Sure.
definitely we're definitely not going to be the equivalent of records here in the next 20 years. That's
Oh
definitely
jeez.
not going
Oh boy. I don't know, Kyle.
to happen.
I don't know. It's a lot going on in general, so I guess it's hopefully something that we don't have to be too worried about because maybe it'll just kind of fix itself. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's just
Yeah,
me being
maybe.
too positive. Or
I don't
maybe
know. I think
maybe Fallout actually happens in real life. Like the series Fallout happens for real. So
you know
we'll see.
what? They make the wasteland seem pretty fun in that show, so I might be okay with that at this point. I got
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
bottle caps, so we
Sure.
can I'll be all right.
Sure. Yeah. Well, thank you, Kyle, for guiding the Nintendo Direct there because I couldn't because technology. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Sure, yeah. No, thank you
Um,
for weathering it.
of course. So, yeah, I guess we'll just do whatever we're playing and watching and
Just a real shoot from
etc.
the hip episode. You know what I mean? Just a
That's
real
right. Oh
fly
yeah, I
by
forgot to do.
wire type of pitch.
Yeah, there we go. Forgot to do my fingy guns.
Pull up to the
Um,
fire and shoot off some fingy guns.
that's right. Yeah, that's actually not safe. I shouldn't be shooting. I shouldn't be shooting near the fire. It'll just
Yeah.
explode. We'll just die. Yeah, lots of Octopath, Kyle. So much Octopath. Because
Yeah,
I'm trying to
same.
finish it before Resident Evil comes out. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap it up too. Yeah. Where are you at in that game? What chapter?
Um, that's a good question because it's the way the game is like split up is so weird. Because remember how I said like it kind of felt like it was like an ending, but it's like nope, we're still
Yep.
going, guys. Like it's still happening.
Even like a sub chapter called finale, and I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, yep. Here we go. And
Yep.
but
No,
the
that's like maybe the
PlayStation
third
says like
waypoint.
33%, so I don't know how this is a
Yeah.
finale. But like I'm past like so you said you made it to like the whole like kingdom storyline, all the kingdoms doing stuff, right?
Man, I am through that. I am in chapter 8 of that right now.
Okay. So that's
Which is the
pretty
last.
wild,
Which I
right?
think is the last chapter of this. I'm sure there's more after this, but I think that's the last chapter of this like arc, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Cuz yeah, I'm past like the because there's always the three storylines it seems in the game. It was
Yeah.
it power, fortune and fame. So I passed that whole kingdom part and then it's like there's then the next section. So I'm in that section. I'm on chapter 2 of
Okay.
each of those.
Oh, so
So
it splits back up after this. Okay, great.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because this Master of All, I think this chapter is called.
Okay,
This,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
this
yeah.
cen- major central chapter, yeah, has been like the one. You know, there hasn't been a lot of choice outside of like side quests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's cool that it opens back up again. But yeah, I'm nearing the end of that. The story in this game is fantastic.
Dude.
It's actually incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's really good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every time a new like thing happened, I was just like, oh man, I just couldn't believe
Yep.
the like plot propulsion of this game. So
And how dark it gets real dark.
very dark.
Gets
It
real
does
dark,
not pull its
Kyle.
punches. Yeah.
No,
I
not at
really don't.
all.
I want to kill that king so bad too. Like they did a
Santa?
really good job
Yeah.
of like building this
Santa's a
guy up.
piece of
Yeah,
shit.
Santa. I'm just like I really need to get this guy.
He's a piece of shit,
I don't
dude.
know. I like very many things I like about this game. There are almost nothing that I dislike. I even like the town building.
Yeah.
I took it really seriously, so anytime like there was a cutscene and it like really shows like your town, kind of like some of those cinematic
Yep.
angles or
Yep.
whatever, I'm like proud of that.
Yeah.
That looks great, you know.
That
So
looks like a town.
yeah, it doesn't look like a bunch of buildings just thrown on a plot of land. It doesn't. I
Yeah.
really organized, you know. I
Yeah.
really thought it out and stuff like that. So it's a cool mechanic. I really like again a lot of the connectivity of like the again, I think you're absolutely right. Like the characters are lacking in this. Like you meet them, that's their story, and that's kind of all you get, you know, with them.
Yeah. Except for like the main
And
ones that's like your friends that,
yeah,
the
yeah,
people that
the
you grew
main
up with in Wishvale.
Wishvalians.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I like those guys. I like
Yes.
Stella or Stelia and
Stia?
Fen
Stia,
and
I think.
like yeah, Stia. Thank you. Yeah, and Fen, and they're all
Yeah.
very cool characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, not everyone has that kind of depth. But I do like there's a focus like in story and stuff like that, and
Yes.
it's classic Warring King. I mean, it's not anything you've never seen before. It's just
Sure.
well executed fantasy
Yes.
storytelling. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
tell me
it's
a little more without like ruining it, like kind of what this section is after where I'm at. Like, what's
um
that been like?
trying to think. So, yeah, cuz then it kind of splits back up into the three things because you sort of like conclude. So what you're doing right now, you like there's like you conclude it, but then there's kind of like an aftermath that like is splitting up into three because then you kind of like retouch back with certain things from like the first before the kingdom stuff started happening, and it felt like more
Mm-hmm.
grounded and kind of like simplified. You kind of like sort of
Mm-hmm.
go back to that a little bit, but then
Okay.
there's also sort of like an aftermath of like some of the other stuff. So yeah, it's really interesting because I didn't even think of that at the time when you're mentioning all the War and Kingdom stuff. Like is very kind of like singular
Yeah,
because the game starts with the again fame, fortune,
it's
and
three.
power.
Yeah, three
It's
paths.
three.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because again, it's all tied to these rings, these rings of power, very Lord of the Rings.
it is. Yeah.
So then, yeah, and I don't remember if they said it early on in the game how many there are in total. Do you remember them mentioning? Because I mean,
I don't remember. Yeah, there's more than
okay,
three, obviously, because
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
have like there's side characters that show up and they're like, "Hey, I've got one," you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's cool too.
Yeah, yeah. There's just so much going on, and I think we maybe discussed it on the last episode, but like, because Octopath 2 is like one of my favorite RPGs of all time. That game is unbelievable.
Hmm.
But
It is. Yeah.
I really like in this one how interconnected the story is and how everyone's connected to the story. So the Octopath part is just more the fact that like you can have 8 party members at the
Yeah,
same time in combat, which is insane.
which is
Um,
awesome. I
yes.
feel like I'm not hitting a lot of like air like in two. I feel like sometimes I was hitting my head against the wall difficulty
Hmm.
wise. This one, and I don't know, I could be over leveled. I just
Sure.
want to, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a
I
vendor
definitely
of
am.
grinding
I
a little
definitely
too
am.
much. But
Yeah.
like I've hit like no barrier. It's been hard. There have been some fights where I'm like, oh, I gotta lean forward and actually
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know, really choose my turn order and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to say it's not hard, but like
Hmm.
I've hit far less like moments of like difficulty spikes in this game than
Yeah.
two,
Same.
um, which is nice. But I also liked when two got really hard. So I'm like, okay, I need to like dig my heels in and grind a little bit. I never
Absolutely.
mind a difficulty spike in a JRPG. You have the tools to get more powerful. So
Yeah.
it's skin off my back. But this one, I don't feel like I've had to even. I've just been engaging with all the side content,
Yeah.
grinding
Same.
for money whenever I need money, and I've always been about 10 levels ahead of any mission I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's
and
exactly
even
yeah. Because I don't know if you have stumbled across many of the Kate Siths. Um, the
no, I don't
cat,
think
the
so.
cats. No, you
Oh,
haven't seen the
what
cat.
and the fights in
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
random
Yeah.
fights that they pop up every once in a while? Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've only successfully defeated one though.
Okay. Okay. Because those give you a good chunk of money and experience.
They do.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've maybe gotten like 4 or 5 of them.
I've
So
seen like 20 of them. They
sure,
pop for me a lot, and I've just can never hit them. I always miss.
they're
So,
always scurrying about.
uh,
They always scurry.
always scurrying about. Yeah, yeah.
Um, but the reason I was again bringing up 2 because that was like my one like gripe, and it wasn't even really a gripe. It was just like I hope that when they do a 3, that they kind of like up the ante, so to speak. And I think if like you take 2
Hmm.
and you combine it with this, then like that's just that it's perfect. It's literally perfect
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
this one feels more interconnected, but just the character there aren't like 8 strong like characters where their stories are balanced. You know what I mean? It's like you're
yeah,
just like the guy, the voiceless guy, and things are connected, but like
yeah.
yeah. So if you combine this with 2, and that's what 3 is, like that's gonna be a hell of an RPG, like
I agree. Yeah, I
hell of an
agree.
RPG.
I think three is going to be a a real new beginning, for the franchise because
Yeah,
I think they learned a lot with this game. I think they took a lot of swings,
yeah,
in terms of like because the town mechanic is deeper than you think it is. Like
it is.
the different town member has like different abilities to like gather things while you're gone,
Mm-hmm.
and I just love all that stuff. I love all the farming. I love the cooking aspect. If you are broke, like you can just like cook and sell meals and make a pretty good living out of doing that as well.
Mm.
I feel there's just a lot of ways to like engage like with the economy and stuff like that, which is a strict economy. Things are very expensive in this game, and you
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah,
get a lot of money for fights. You have to really grind for that stuff, which I like. I like earning my gear. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
and this series has always done a pretty good job of that. Like, you never have an abundance of coin unless you go out of your way to make that coin. So, yeah, I love this game. Like, I just
Yeah, it's
it's
awesome.
shocking to me that I've put so much time into it this last couple weeks. Like, I'm at 55 hours or so right now, and I'm just loving every second of it.
Yeah, I think I'm getting close. The last time I checked, I'd have to, since I just completed the chapter 1 and I'm on to chapter 2, the chapter 2s of the 3
You think
sections.
there's gonna be three of these? I know there's like three paths, but do you think there's gonna be three chapters? Like, do you
Yeah, I'm trying to
know how
remember
long
what they were in the
this chapter
first
is?
section. I can't remember if there were 3 or 5. I don't know why I have 5 in my head, but
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting close though. Unless there's then a whole, because again, this is a long game, but I've been playing
Yeah.
for a while, so um,
Yeah.
I think I am getting close to
Like,
the end.
uh, to be specific of where I'm at without spoiling it, I am about to fight Santa Claus, and it's like, do you want to go fight his generals first? And I'm going to be fighting
Okay,
his
yes,
generals.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly where I'm
Okay, yeah. So you're yeah, soon.
at. Yeah.
Soon.
Soon.
Soon. Um
Soon.
yeah, so you're pretty like you're not too far behind like me. Like you're pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've done all the side stuff. I haven't done a lot of like boat stuff yet. I did a
Oh,
couple
okay.
missions by
Okay.
boat, but like once I got on the boat, I'm like, oh man, the fog of war is here too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
so there's a whole like world to explore in that as well, which I'm very excited for.
Well, what level is your party at?
Fit, actually, I might switch right here. Hold on,
Oh,
40.
if you're at
Hold on.
50, holy crap, then you're like very over leveled.
43, 43,
Oh, okay,
43.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
43.
that's good though, because yeah, I'm the
That
same.
mission's
I like
like
to
a level
be.
32 mission.
Yeah,
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 and like the game still pushes back, and I remember even
yeah,
in 2 when you were like 10 levels over, it wasn't enough, like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
game would really stomp you into the ground sometimes.
Um,
Um,
but the boat area is divided like in there's like a section where it's like when I first was moving around it, then like if I sailed a little too far out, it was like, oh, I'm not quite leveled up yet for that. I gotta back up.
Interesting. Okay.
So I think
Yeah,
you
I have
actually would
some
be
missions
fine at
out
that
there.
level.
There are some missions out there that are like that I got when I was like level 28. It was like, here's a level 43 mission out there. I'm like, I'm never gonna do that. And now here I am at the same level. So
There you
yeah,
are. There you are.
it's happening, man. Yeah,
It's happening. Yeah, this game's fantastic. Unbelievable. Again,
yeah.
I don't know where the
Please buy
seams
it.
are, Kyle. I don't know where the damn
Yeah,
seams
there's
are.
no seams. There's no seams. It's
There's
not a
got to
mobile
be
game.
a
It's just a game that
there's
they
got to
made.
be a YouTube video that like breaks it down, right? Like I haven't even like
I
that
don't
actually
want
just
it.
popped in
Yeah,
my
I don't want it. Sometimes, whenever the magic trick is revealed, you're like,
yeah.
yeah, all right.
But we don't have to play the mobile version. That's the thing, Kyle. We don't have to play it. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's not gonna hurt
right,
us.
right. I
It's not gonna
imagine
hurt
like
us.
all these characters were like loot boxes or something if I had to take a
Ah,
guess.
oh, like the end, like was it
Like,
NBA 2K where like you get the card packs or whatever, or FIFA does that too,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I think Battlefield or Battlefront did that.
Ah, okay,
Battlefront 2. Yeah,
yeah.
where it's like here's cards and like, ah man, what a
I
botch
don't.
game. Good job, EA.
Good job.
You did it.
You guys never miss.
You guys really nailed it.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, honestly, that's pretty much all I have been playing. Because again, I'm trying to get through it. I want to make sure I finish it before Resident Evil comes out. And
Yeah.
really, the only other thing is like the only other thing that I'm watching is I have been trying to get back into One Piece because I took like a big break because like I had taken
Brave.
a big
What
break
what a brave
between.
man you are.
I'm very brave, very brave.
I know. Yeah.
Even a little stunning, actually. Some people say I'm stunning.
Yeah.
So some people say I'm stunning. But yeah, I had originally taken a break in like the 150, 170 area,
Mhm.
and then I hopped back in and got to like the sort of 350 area, and then took another break. So yeah, I'm back. I'm back in it, Kyle. I'm back in the One Piece. So
I'm happy for you, and also I'm sorry.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and it's like I
If you're
get
loving it,
why.
that's great.
Well, that's like
If it's
I love long
there's nothing better than
animes.
having 1,000 episodes of something that you know what I mean? Like that's a
Yeah,
treat, you know? Like
yeah, but to some people it's not, and it's like I get it because it's like to some people it's like you
yeah.
can't finish a story in less than 1,000 episodes, and it's like it's over 1,000 episodes at this point, and it's like I kind of get it, but it's also like it's just kind of like it, I don't know. It's like some episodes are kind of like monster of the week sort of thing, where it's just like, oh, okay, they're pirates, they're on an adventure, so they find an island and
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
there for
yeah.
like a little while, and then they leave, and then it's like then there's like an actual big like story arc that happens that like pushes the story forward, and you learn more about certain crew members. So it's like it weaves in and out. So it's like, and it's not even like it's not like with like Naruto when I watched Naruto back in the day when a filler episode happened. It's like, oh, this is filler, and I don't really care. Like,
Naruto had some of the worst filler in the history of anime.
but like
That's why I didn't finish that anime.
okay,
It's
see,
brutal.
I
Filler
love
episode.
Naruto. I love Naruto and
Oh,
Shippuden.
all my friends love Naruto. Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone I know loves that. Yeah, it's
yeah.
a very, very
Um,
popular, very good anime.
it is. But yeah, like something with One Piece, even like the episodes that I'm pretty sure are like filler, it's like, oh, this just feels like it's just part of the whole thing. Like to me, it just doesn't really actually feel like filler. It's just kind of has a similar energy to
Yeah, it
like
fits the
everything
vibe.
else going.
Yeah, it fits the
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah,
Yeah. See, I'm kind of like I'm of the mind where it's like when I like something, I don't mind having a little more of it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
like I'm a huge like fan of Scrubs. There's a classically
Sure.
very bad new season of Scrubs, like season 9. No one really talks about it, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy to be here. You know what I mean? Like, do I
I'm
love that
just yeah,
season? No. But I am just happy to be here, like
sure.
the gang's back together, like
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the new season that's about to come out, but like this was
Right.
years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
And same thing with like The Hobbit. Like people don't like The Hobbit, they're inferior to Lord of the Rings in
Sure.
every way.
But we're
I
back.
don't like being there though.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
back.
we're all hanging again, baby. So I appreciate people who are into One Piece because like you're there because you love it, and you wouldn't hang around for 1,000 episodes if it wasn't good. It wasn't
Right.
entertaining to you. So
Right.
if there's that much content, like that's a gift. You know what I mean? That's an
Yeah.
absolute gift to like be into something that has that much content.
Exactly.
because
Yeah,
everything
it's
ends, man. Everything ends and everything dies. So at some point,
the One Piece will
a lot of people. It will or it won't. I don't know.
One
It
Piece will
feels
be
like it's
no
going
piece. The
strong.
piece
So
will be taken. There'll be just the One Piece, and you
there'll
pick
be
it
no
up, and
more
you're like, I have
pieces.
the One
Yeah.
Piece. There'll be no more pieces.
And then
So
we'll shaming people for not have seen it all the way through a second time. It's not about the
sure,
first watch; it's about the second watch.
sure.
So yeah.
Because you got to rewatch it, Kyle. Because when you're on episode 1167, you're like, well, what even happened back on episode 5? I got to rewatch it. You
Yeah,
know.
sure. Yeah.
So, because actually, so in the arc that I'm in right now, Kyle, um, there's a character. So there's another character that pops up, and pretty sure that this character joins the crew. Um, I'm like 99% sure, and they do. There was a flashback episode to something that happened back in like the first, like I think it was like 10 or 15 episodes, and it was like, oh
Yeah.
shoot, I forgot about that thing, but like because that makes sense. Like, literally hundreds of episodes back, you're like, why would I have remembered that? But like then they do like essentially like a flashback, which like with sitcoms, it's always like, oh, that's kind of annoying. But like here, it makes sense because it's a callback. It's like this character's actually incredibly important. They're gonna join your crew, but then they're connected to that thing that happened again, like in the beginning, like very very beginning. And it is actually very heartfelt because the thing that is connected to in the very beginning, it's actually very sad. It's this I
Yeah.
mean, you don't care, right? Because you're not gonna ever watch One Piece,
No,
right?
yeah, don't spoil it at your discretion. Even because this is old stuff, so I don't think it
Yeah.
matters for
Okay.
people who are go for it.
But basically there's like a whale like that they meet
Uh-huh.
like very early on, and the whale's just
Do
essentially
animals
been
talk in this? Oh, just so I can have an
um
idea. Is this a talking whale or
this whale does not talk, although
okay?
they understand what it's saying, but it's not like, hello, my name is
Okay.
Jeffrey. Like it's not like, or my name's
I spotted
Bob.
a cricket and a wooden boy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Um but like the whale's like sad because he's like been waiting here for like his crew, because the crew like left him there. I can't remember
Mhm.
why, but like he's been waiting for his crew. But it's been like 50 years, so it's like they're probably dead. Um so this whale's been bashing his head up against the cliff because of reasons. So he's just this sad whale that's like waiting for his friends to like return, because they said like, we promise we'll come back for you. And like he's gotten bigger because it's been like 50 years. But then Luffy, right, the main dude, Luffy, he's the main character. He fights the
Yeah.
whale.
Stretchy arm boy. Yeah.
Yeah, Stretchy Arm Boy. He fights the whale to give him purpose. Like he fights him because he's like, hey, like he
Yeah.
clearly knows that the whale's sad because he misses his friends. So he's like, well, they're probably dead, so I'm gonna fight this whale since I'm very strong. And then like he stops the fight. He's like, oh, you and I are rivals now. So like we're gonna fight again like when we're stronger. So like I'm gonna come back after a certain amount of time and we'll fight again. Like we'll do this again. So we're gonna be like, so he's like giving him purpose again, because like it's like, well, your friends are probably dead, so now it's you and me. Like so it's just like a kind of like a nice heartfelt moment, but then it's connected to this character that you meet like freaking hundreds of episodes. So it's like it's kind of crazy because it's like, again, it's such
That's
a
cool.
long show and they're still connecting things hundreds of episodes later to like this thing that happened literally in the beginning of the show. So I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
would be
I
the
think that's
equivalent
cool.
of like like Raditz coming back during like Super or
Sure.
something,
Yeah.
where it's just like
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. He's like, I'm gonna.
sometimes I have
Actually,
to
no. It was the other way.
double Sunday. It's a Napa move. Never mind. My bad.
Oh yeah, that
That's
is.
cool. It is a double. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. I dig that. That's super awesome. A lot of my friends watch One Piece, and so I'm hearing quite a bit about like the newer stuff that's going on. Apparently, the arc that's coming here in 2026 is a very hyped arc.
Hmm.
Everyone's very hyped about it. So
Well, I mean,
I'm
it
gonna see
is
one is.
approaching the end, right? Like it's still like.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Get out of here.
Well, the dude that created One Piece says they are like they are heading towards the end game. Like it's, but again, like
Sure.
in the scope of One Piece, it's like, well, is that another 300 episodes or is it 100 episodes? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because
So,
like the end game of My Hero was the last 3 seasons of that show.
sure,
So if you
sure,
stretch that out in One Piece,
sure,
because that's 1,000 seasons or something like that. So
maybe
yeah.
possibly. Also, too, and it's kind of insane that these guys have been just consistently working for like what, 2 decades, 3 decades, and now they're finally like doing it
Uh-huh.
in seasons. Like they've been pumping out episodes, Kyle,
Yeah.
since back in the '90s, like consistently.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And now they're taking like a
absolutely.
break
Yeah,
and gonna do it like
without these
seasonal.
like ridiculously, us Dragon Ball Z fans, we had to wait decades in between, projects sometimes. So
Yeah,
it is cool to, again, to have like what a product, the product, excuse me, what a like a series that really respects like its audience. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah,
like we just want to give you guys stuff.
yeah,
Gonna
yeah.
keep giving it to you.
That's right. But yeah, that's I mean on the
Thank you.
yeah, just lots of Octopath and getting back into that. So what about you, Kyle?
I've only been playing Octopath, so we can skip over my gaming too, because we were chatting back and forth about that one. So, yeah, I mean, that means I get to talk about anime now, and
Excellent,
Tim's not here,
excellent.
so we're not boring anybody, except for our audience. They can go over
Listen, maybe they like
it.
anime. I would assume they like anime. I mean, nerds like anime. Tim's just like a different kind of nerd. You know, he's like, oh, I'm Tim, and
Yeah,
I
and he
don't know.
likes some anime. He likes Attack on Titan and stuff like that. It's a bit. We're doing a bit, like
He's like, listen, I'm
saying that
gonna
he
like
doesn't, that
have a
saying
family
that
and
he's
like
bored all the time and all that stuff is absolutely a bit.
he's like, I'm gonna
But
raise a family and just be like a dad and stuff. And it's like, okay, Tim. Well, you know what? My kids are Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, and Yu Yu
mhm.
Hakusho. Those are my children.
Yu Hakusho is one of the greats, man. It's
It
absolutely one of the
is.
greats.
It
All
really
everything
is.
you said is one of the greats, but that one specifically is particularly great.
There was another one I was gonna list, but I still don't know if it's like okay to talk about because of the creator, and he's really
Which
gross.
one? Kenshin? You're allowed to
Yeah,
mention Kenshin.
yeah,
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 Kenshin is the Kyoto arc is a work of art. And I'm sorry
yeah,
that guy sucks,
yeah,
but it doesn't
yeah.
like make the Kyoto arc bad.
It doesn't. No, not at all.
In
Kenshin
fact,
is
just thank
actually
the
my second favorite
animators and all
anime.
the other.
It's my second
That
favorite anime.
Kyoto arc and the remake is fantastic.
I
Just
haven't watched it
FYI,
yet. I haven't watched it yet.
it's so fantastic.
Is it okay?
It absolutely breathtaking. And
Awesome.
it's the Kai. They cut out all the fat. Everything's like really
Okay.
quick and paced really well, and nothing important gets cut out.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's a perfect remake.
Okay.
That Kyoto arc specifically in Genshin, it is my favorite arc in anime ever. I think
Mm.
it's
It's
absolutely
excellent.
perfect.
It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really something. But anime I've been watching, I've been more into movies lately. Like
Okay.
last year, I like to pick a director, and I'm just like I'm gonna buy all of his movies. I'm gonna watch all of them.
Okay.
And this year I picked. Excuse me, I'm very bad at pronunciations, even English names. So you're gonna have to just excuse me. But Mamoru Hosoda, he did stuff like The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, The Boy and the
Okay.
Beast, Summer Wars, Wolf Children, Belle. This year he's coming out with something called Scarlet.
Okay.
He Myari. I'm sorry, Myra. Excuse me, Mira. It's another Mirai. Excuse me, I'm
Okay.
dyslexic too, so this is just a nightmare for me right now. And his stuff is very like of the works of the guy who does like Weathering with Me and Your Name. These guys both do
Right.
these
Right.
like what let's take something slice of life and like put a love story in it and then
Sure.
add kind of a supernatural and or
You're right.
magical element to
Yep.
it. Like that's like the mixture and they both do that. And I'm not saying that to like be criticizing. They just both do that. That's their things,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he very much follows that template as well. And a lot of the movie, it's kind of half and half with me. Some of his movies like really hit me. A couple of them really didn't.
Mm.
Belle, which was in 2021, it's kind of a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, but within a MMORPG. Didn't really hit for me. I thought it was visually very cool.
Yeah.
Like
That was
it's
beautiful,
very well
but
it's very well regarded. Did you see it?
no. But I remember like seeing the trailers and I was like, this looks
Yes,
gorgeous, but I
yeah,
never
it's
watched it.
very mesmerizing. His stuff never
Yeah.
looks bad, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's good about that. But that kind of led me down the because I got it enough because that's the first movie I watched of his, and I got enough. So I was like, let me check out his other work, especially because it's not considered his best.
Mm.
So that took me down to Summer Wars, which I really enjoyed.
That's the one with like the
That's
bunny
like
dude, right?
Yes, yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
it's another
Okay.
one. It's like, what if like this slice of life thing is also crossing over with an online world or whatever? He kind of likes
Okay.
that concept, I guess. Done
Sure.
it a couple times. And it is about like this like popular girl hires this like nerdy guy to come back with her to her family reunion to pretend to be her boyfriend.
Okay.
And of course, they end up kind of falling for each other and stuff like that along
Sure.
the way.
Sure.
But he gets framed in a like digital attack on this universe. You know, think of
Okay.
like Ready Player One, where like all of the economy is kind of like wrapped up in this online universe as well. So when it goes down, like the economy goes down. It's a really kind of fun movie and stuff like that. But I'm still like,
Mhm.
hey, this guy's got to have more. You know, he's got to have a little more. You know,
Yeah.
I could tell he's got more. These are just
Sure.
kind of ideas, not half baked, but like aren't fully baked. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So then I saw The Boy and the Beast, and I don't know if you know this movie. It's a 2015 movie. It's one of his better movies, I'd say.
Okay.
It was fantastic, and it's a surrogate father story about like a beast who our worlds are connected, are on
Mm.
top of like a world of beast. You know what I mean? So it's like
Mm.
every once in a while, if you walk down a certain alleyway, you end up in another world, kind of izakaya style, if you will.
Okay.
And this like kid, this boy who is abandoned by his family, ends up in this world and is adopted by like one of the greatest warriors in this beast world, and gets kind
Sick.
of wrapped up in being his like I'm sorry, his Padawan, if you will,
Mm.
to you know, so the other guy can ascend to godhood or something of that nature.
Sure.
And
Sure.
it's a very good movie, and it's just about being a parent. You know, it's just like it's just that's what
Yeah.
it's about. You know, it's just
The
about like
title
the
sounds
family
familiar.
issues and
I
yada
just can't
yada.
picture it in my head.
I think you would recognize because you recognize the bunny kid from Summer Wars really quickly. There's some pretty iconic
Yeah.
iconography in The Boy and the Beast as well that might ring a bell or two if you watch that.
Okay.
This one I've heard about my entire life. This is the one I watched next. It is again, these are all by the same creator. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. This is one that came
Yes.
to America and was shown in theaters and was very, very popular. Not as popular as like Spirited Away. Yeah, Miyazaki's Spirited Away and stuff like that, or
Mm-hmm.
other movies like Princess Mononoke or Ghibli movies. But it did come out
Mm-hmm.
over here. It was very popular. I've heard about it for since 2006 when it came out. Um, it's a more romantic kind of story about a girl who ends up Groundhog Day styling, realizing that she not Groundhog Day styling. That's a little off, but like realizing that like she can go back in time and like starts kind of using it for like little things like I was late for my test at school. But
Okay.
then, like the things she starts using it for become bigger, and it
Snowballing.
starts kind of messing with the time continuum or
Sure.
like reality because it's not like
Yeah.
she's
There's
going to a
always
different
consequences.
universe. Yeah, there's always consequences, you know, and it's very, very, very good. I really like this movie, and I was like,
Okay.
I knew this guy had it in him. You know what I mean? Like The Boy and the Beast, I was there. I was like, this is really good. The Girl at the Time is absolutely fantastic,
So it
and
sounds like his older ones are better then. Maybe like these
yeah,
newer ones, he's
yeah,
kind of like
feel
he's
like
getting a little
yeah, yeah.
tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, Boy and the Beast was 2015. This was 2006. Summer Wars was 2009. Belle was 2021. I really recommend Grow Up Through Time. Again, these are not for everybody.
Right.
These are not fighty animes. These are very slice of life, you know, joy filled, lesson filled kind of like
Mm-hmm.
movies or whatever. The last one I haven't seen yet of his, well, the last two is the My Ride, the one that I don't know much about, but it's about like this kid, his younger sister comes back from the future, so now she's older than him, is teaching him kind of life lessons and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um, so that one sounds interesting. But the one that's considered his best is called Wolf Children. And it's also
Okay.
considered one of the greatest anime movies of all time. I haven't watched it yet. I was supposed to watch it before we did this episode tonight, but I just didn't get around to it. Gonna watch it probably
Save
after
it for
now.
next time, Kyle.
So
Save it for next
I'll
time.
have to report back on that one. But I did save the best for last. I hear it's his best work. I have seen the reviews for Scarlet, which is the one that's coming out this year here in America.
Okay.
Doesn't sound great.
Ah.
Sounds sounds
Yeah.
like
What's
it's
going
hitting that
on? As he's
sevens, you
getting
know,
older,
kind of sevens
he's
area. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is funny that I watched his stuff out of order too. So it's like I went, and sometimes it's like that. Sometimes when you're a creator, you get your best stuff out of the way early. You know what I mean? Your best
mm,
ideas are your kind of your first ones. Sometimes that
yeah.
happens, you know.
Yeah.
But it is really funny to kind of I love this. I love taking a director and just like really going down his entire legacy of movies. I usually go in order. I kind of went on unorthodox with this one, but
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
fun. I'm interested to see who I'm gonna pick next to kind of do this experiment with. But this is a good one. Yeah, I can see why he's so revered.
Yeah.
I now again, like even like Bell, I think it is like well loved, and I wouldn't tell people not to watch it. It just, I
Yeah.
don't know, didn't
Wasn't one of
really
your favorites of his. That's all. Yeah.
didn't click with me, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's anime corner. We watched anime, man. We did it. We did the thing.
Um, I I need to watch more like anime movies. I do tend to lean more of the series for some reason, but I do enjoy the movies
Eh,
when I come across
I
them.
have now seen like I have a list of what is considered from it's a compiled list of many other lists, like the top 200 greatest anime movies of all time from
Okay.
Japan or whatever. And I've seen like 80% of those movies. So I
Oh,
could definitely point you in the right direction if you just tell me flavors and stuff that you want.
well, even the
What do
ones
you
that you
want?
just listed, the was it the wolf beast and the child or wolf or whatever?
Yeah, the Boy Beast. Yeah, very, very. I think you would like that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
knowing kind of the stuff that you like and stuff like that. I think you that of the ones I mentioned, I think
Yeah.
that would probably be the one that you
Those
like the
those
most. But
earlier
like, yeah,
ones sound like ones I'd want to watch. And actually, I just remembered. Speaking of anime and anime series, Kyle, I'm gonna start
yeah,
if they're available buying physical versions of the older animes I grew up with. I don't know if you
what I've
remember,
been doing.
and they called it Ronin Warriors, but apparently it's actually
Yes,
Samurai
dude,
Troopers.
that's back. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Their
yeah, yeah.
continuation series is back.
That's
Yeah,
that's why it popped in my head, and I was like, I need to see if there's a Blu-ray of the original series, and there is right here, Kyle, and I have it, and I'm
yeah,
so
you got
excited
it.
because I haven't watched this literally since I was a teenager. So
Yeah, that's sick.
yeah, yeah.
I love Ronin Warriors. I watch it on Toonami every
Yep,
week,
yep,
and
yep, yep.
absolutely love that anime. It's my Power Rangers. Like that's my
Yes,
Power.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it literally is Japanese.
It
It's
is.
anime Power
It
Rangers,
is just Power Rangers.
which Power Rangers is actually based off of what
It
is it,
it
Sentai or
definitely yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
It is. It is a Japanese show that we just like shot white people in a park in. We're like, hey, go do
Yeah,
kung fu in a park, white kids.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
or American kids. There was some
Right,
kind of a
because I mean,
yeah.
Zack was black and he was the
Yeah, I
Black
was gonna say
Ranger. You know.
you know what? Diversity's not new. We've
Yeah,
been
yeah,
diverse for a
yeah,
while. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to watch that because I actually never finished it. I must have seen most of the episodes, but
There's
I
no
don't
way I've
remember how
seen
it ended.
every episode. Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I've been looking for? Since we're kind of going down memory lane
Mm,
here, that's old and Toonami era, and you
yeah.
can't find a copy of this because it's very, very rare. Big O. I want Big O.
Oh,
Bad.
okay. Yeah.
I like my Batman with the flavor of Gundam. I like my
Sure.
Batman running around in a big
That was
mobile
one I
suit
didn't
fighting crime.
watch. I did not watch Big O.
Really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
did not
Okay.
watch Big
Same
O.
era. Yeah, same
Yeah, yeah,
era.
yeah. There was just certain
Uh,
ones that I missed. Like Big O was one. Um, some of those Tenchi Muyos I missed. I don't know if you
I
remember Tenchi
love
Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo. I
Yeah.
own the first like 4 or 5 seasons, or
Okay.
series is. I know they're all
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
disconnected. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's what I think I was confused at that time. I was like, this
Yeah,
is like this.
there's the
It's Tenchi
OVA
Muyo, but it's
series and
yeah,
Tenchi Muyo is like the OVA series, and you have Tenchi Universe, which is like the longer version of that story. Then you have
yeah.
Tenchi in Tokyo, and that series has been going on forever. So it's like there's like a
Okay.
dozen more after that too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I
There
like
were a
that
few
series.
then I
I
missed.
can get how that's daunting though, especially when you're watching it and you're like, I don't think this is the same Tenchi I was watching last week. I think this is a
Right.
different one. And
Exactly.
you're right, it
Exactly.
probably is a different one. Yeah,
I
the
was
airing
so
schedule was
confused.
wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
that's
just
that 80s the 90s era of anime. That's like my era. That's my golden
yeah,
age,
yeah, yeah,
which
yeah,
is very
for
you
sure.
know old school of me, I guess. But yeah, that's the
Listen,
stuff
we're
that
old
I like.
timers, Kyle. We like the old timer anime.
We're old people, Dan,
Yeah,
and
we're
I
we're
I
old
like old anime.
fogies.
I don't, I'm down. I watched like Escaflowne the movie the other
Yeah,
week,
yeah, yeah.
and I've seen that movie plenty of times. But like when I'm watching it, I'm just like, what? They just don't make them like this anymore. I'm like animated wise, like they just don't animate stuff like this anymore. Like
You're like shaking your cane at the
I
TV. They
sound like
just
an
don't
old
make
guy,
it.
and I'm like by myself while watching these two, and I'm like, they don't make them like this anymore. It's just the fluidity and the color palette, and like
That's right.
I get so mad sometimes when I realize how good we had it, and
I mean, there's some unbelievable stuff nowadays though that
Oh,
like when you see
absolutely. I think
the
we're in a
animation
new
is
golden age of anime. I think we
yeah.
absolutely are. Like, I think we're in our like the second. I think like it was bleak for a long time. Like it
There was
was. I
some good
mean, like
stuff. There was some good
2001,
stuff.
2001 to 2016 was rough. And yeah, there's always gonna be good stuff, but
Listen, Gurren
it was
Lagann,
rough.
Kyle. I will always mention Gurren
I love
Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. Yeah, Gurren
Yeah,
Lagann, kind of,
unbelievable.
yeah, kind of in that first like years of the knots or whatever. There's still, I'm sorry, my camera is still
That's
plenty of
okay.
good stuff, and I like Gurren Lagann plenty. But
Yeah.
I still kind of think of that as like a golden age era anime
Okay.
from like the carryover of the 90s, if you will.
Sure. Sure.
There's a few that like Shampulu, like that was like in the aughts.
Yeah,
I
Samurai
still kind
Champloo.
of
Yeah.
consider that to be in the same kind of era, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was bleed over of the golden age into the
Sure.
2000s. Yeah,
Sure.
but still,
It
a
had
lot of
to.
those ones that you're mentioning are early 2000s. They're
Yeah.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
deep ends.
You know what? I'm
There are
actually
some
gonna.
out there though. There are some
I'm
out there. There's
going
some good stuff.
to see how you're like pulling up anime directors. I'm gonna do some digging for some late 2000s animes and
You
be like, hey
should.
Kyle,
Yeah,
here's some late 2000s animes that are
you
pretty
should.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what
you
I'm gonna
should.
do.
I know.
Yeah.
And then whenever we realize that I'm right, we'll have that conversation about me being right. So
Sure.
no, there's some
Sure.
good stuff out there. There really
Yeah.
is. There's always a couple, but like the abundance of good stuff
Mm.
was not happening at that time. It was the
Sure.
90s. There was a boom, there was a boost.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
realized that this was an international thing that everyone was really liking and stuff like that. I mean, Space Dandy came out during this time of anime that I'm
Sure.
talking shit about. And like
Sure.
it's one of my favorite anime of all time. So
Oh well, there you go. See, there you
yeah,
go.
yeah. I think it was like 2012 or 2013. Like that's right in the time era I'm talking about. So yeah, there's always gonna be good stuff. But like,
Yeah.
but yeah, but now we're in that abundance again. Like
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
time I
Yeah.
turn around, someone's trying to get me to watch Kaiju #8 or Fire Force or some of these other ones that I'm like,
Sure.
I'm not
Oh,
watching
Fire
that.
Force
And
is.
I will end up watching these, mind you. But like, I'm focused on other stuff right now.
Yeah. There's some
I've
unbelievable fights in Fire Force. Like, there's some animation in that's out of this world, Kyle. But then there's also
yeah.
like moments of like, oh, but that girl's like basically naked, and this is very unnecessary because like it
You know,
it,
you're
it does that
actually
whole like funny thing, but it's not funny because
yeah.
it's like it. Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like that.
no, now that you mention this, the people who are recommending me this absolutely fit the descriptor. Yeah. They all
Okay,
the things that they tell me to watch are always kind of like veer into like
sure, sure.
pervy like
Yeah,
stuff. Maybe not the whole thing, but like elements of it for
yeah,
sure.
and
Which
like
I don't care too much about. Anime's kind of inherently horny, but like if it's too
sure.
horny, I'm just like I don't. This is not for me.
Well, like
Like.
it's okay if it happens
And I
once.
say
It's
that again, just saying that Space Dandy is one of my favorites of all time. Very horny anime, but
is it
like
okay?
it's also the guy who created Cowboy Bebop, so I just really like
Oh,
his
okay,
stuff.
sure,
So,
sure, yeah.
anyways, sorry, whatever you're gonna say.
No, I was just gonna say I don't mind it like I guess once because it's just like more shocking. You're like, oh, okay, ha ha ha, I guess.
Yeah,
But like in Fire Force, this one particular character, like it happens several times, and it's just like it's not funny.
yeah,
Like
you get it.
after that first time, and it even wasn't super funny the first time. It was just kind of like, oh, you're
Sure.
doing the anime like corny thing, like you're saying.
Yeah,
But like
well, even like
there's some
My
fight scenes
Hero
in
has
that.
that one like dot character who's like just horny the entire time, and I'm like, I
Sure,
don't.
sure,
You could drop
yeah,
dead, and I don't care about your character at all. Like I just and not because I'm a prude. Furthest thing from it. I'm
right,
very about it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Be a horny gooner guy. I really don't care. Live your best life. Like
sure,
I get that anime. Those are popular animes. They get animated for a reason because there's a lot of eyeballs on them. It's not always my thing though. Again, when you
sure.
get too much, I'm just like, all right, I don't like you're losing the plot for
That's right.
pervy comments. So
You're losing the plot for the goonin.
yeah, right.
Well, Kyle, we had our goon corner there. I mean, anime
We
corner.
gooned
And,
out. Yep.
yeah, we gooned. Thank you for gooning out
Good.
with me, Kyle. Is that?
Thank you for being a gooner boy. Yeah, thank
Yep.
you.
Somebody's got to do it. Instead of skater boy, call it gooner boy, right?
Yep,
think
that's the new
that's-
version of that
We
song.
need Avril Lavigne to come back.
Yeah, not her clone, the real Avril Lavigne. Okay, let's get into that.
What
Let's
what
close out
even
the show with conspiracy theories.
what even is that? What even is that? Is this the new Lennon?
No, this is
Was
not
it
new.
Lennon
This
that
has
had
been
a clone,
around.
or
This has been around since like 2006. You know, since
Paul
her, like,
McCartney?
second
Which was the
album.
one that they said from the Beatles was?
I don't know. Yeah,
Was
I
it?
don't know anything about the Beatles. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Nobody does.
Yeah, nobody does. You know, there's no way
Very
to know.
irrelevant band. Very
Yeah,
irrelevant.
the most popular band of all time. Nobody knows anything about. Yeah.
No, nobody knows anything about them. Something about a submarine? Like, what are you guys? What are you
Yeah,
even
I
talking
don't
about?
know. I heard those guys were on drugs the whole time, so who knows what they were up to.
Well, opinions don't matter then. Their opinions don't matter. Well, Kyle, thank you for
Thank you,
this
Dan.
quick little silly fire. Let's get warm up again.
Last
Nope,
bit of warm
I'm
here
doing the
before we
wrong
put
side.
out the fire.
Yeah, you got to put out the fire because you can't let the fire just sit all night because that's dangerous.
No, that's
so you know.
bad. That's bad.
Yeah, that's very
etiquette.
bad. Very bad.
Oh, half of Colorado burned down a couple years ago. So.
Oof. Well.
There it is.
There it is. All right. Well, Kyle, thank you for burning, gooning and burning.
Gooning and burning, baby.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for knowing how to do all the things. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I did something. So hopefully Tim will be here next time. So we're not, doing what we're doing right now, which is we don't know what we're doing. We're just,
He's going to be like, I didn't listen to the last part of that episode.
He's like, I literally cut you guys off.